Better. What is up, guys? Espero que todos están buenísimo. I hope you guys are all doing excellent. Obligatory mic check, of course, to start off the video. Check, I can't talk. But anyway, yeah, it is another beautiful day in Barcelona. As you can probably tell, I am a bit more tanned than I was yesterday. I spent a good few hours walking through the city today, and not only the city, but took a little bit of a morning trip with a few friends to Tibidago, which is a beautiful mountain with a wonderful church on top of a monastery, actually. It was incredible. The view was insane. You could see all of Barcelona from the top. And yeah, afterwards we went and got a bit of an almuerzo, la comida. Had some guys, here's a little trick I do. Right into the dietary trick here. No time wasted today. But we went to like a little, like, basically bar restaurant that they have here in Spain. A lot of times, if you order la plata or un plato combinado, like a combination plate, basically it's like usually potatoes, patatas fritas, so like French fries, literally, right, with a side of meat and maybe a salad. So I got pinchos de brodo, which is basically like meat, like beef or some sort of red meat skewered. Two little ones of those. I was like, menos grasa, por favor, less fat. And she actually listened. They came basically dry as fuck, but hey, that's what I asked for, so can't complain. An egg on the side. By the way, the eggs here in Spain are insane. Extra large eggs here are 75 grams. I think they have to be above 73 each, but they can easily go up to like 80. Guys, an 80-gram egg is about 1.5 times what they are in the US. Like, no joke. A large egg in the US is about 57 grams, or even 50 grams at times. 75 is 1.5 times that, so imagine they're fucking huge. I had an egg on the side, it had a bit of salad, and then instead of having my patatas fritas, right, my fried, essentially French fries, like what is normal, como que es normal, I asked for specifically tostada, right? Tostado is basically toasted bread. And instead of asking for, you know, or letting the lady give me French fries, right? I asked for a bit of toast. Because if you think about it, right, a bit of toast normally without, like, for example, aceite de oliva, right, or olive oil put on top, that's going to be way less calories than like fried potatoes, siento, right? I think I'm actually on the road right now. This is not good. I didn't realize that, but that's kind of the idea, right? So switched out the patatas fritas for just some regular toasted bread. Had a bit of that, probably like 100 grams on the side. Whole meal came out to something like, probably my estimate 600 calories, probably no more, no less, including a bite of a fried calamari roll. Ended up just taking off the fried batter and having the calamari itself for the rest. It was okay, nothing special, but that's kind of how I manage some of my meals here in Spain, to give you an idea. That said, I did afterwards walk by a panaderia, a little bit of a pasteleria, more like, right? Like a freshly baked goods store. And I got myself a tiny little croissant flattened thing, probably about 300. I'm counting it personally as like 400 calories. And so right now we're sitting at about 1,700 calories for the day. I think that's a good weighted estimate, taking all things into account. And so I'm looking to get another 700 in probably for La Cena, maybe with a bit of a protein dump before that, maybe like a 20 grams or so after this little lift. Definitely not going to be taking in any carbohydrates, but that'll be how we get through the rest of the day. So that said, I am kind of having a bit of a bloating issue again in my legs. Not quite sure what the cause is. I slept decently last night, got about 8 hours of sleep. Woke up, legs relatively debloated, nothing crazy, no veins in all of my calves like normal. But I think that has more to do with the amount of carbs I've eaten than anything else. But somehow between then and waking up and now, my legs have swelled a little bit, and I'm still not sure day by day what's causing that. I don't salt my food at all. I do not, you know, I don't put any added salt when I go out to eat, really. Actually, just straight up, I don't, right? I never get patatas fritas. I always switch it out for pan, which should have no salt in it, basically. It's just bread. And yeah, not quite sure if it's maybe even having to do with salt. Could be water intake. I haven't quite been drinking enough water, I don't think, because the water here is kind of scarce. Most people buy. Tap is not quite as tasty as in the US. It's a bit plasticky often. And so I'm thinking it's probably that. Probably the water more so. El agua más de, you know, algo, right? Más than anything else. Algo diferencia, pero no sé. I do not know. And so going forward, going to be trying to really narrow this down. But it's also possible that it's just a result of a small, like, skin laceration I have on my foot, on both my feet from my sandals that were kind of rubbing on me, but that's just like a scab. And I doubt the inflammation response from that would cause, my legs, these piernas, to swell. What's the word for swell? I forget. But, to kind of swell up like that. So, say, I do not know that's the freaking truth, but not the end of the world. We're still gonna go and hit this freaking leg day. I do have on today a pair of not hiking, like running shoes instead of my normal kind of barefoot shoes, no sole. Mister does not fraud his hike shoes. The reason being, obviously, I was hiking and I didn't want to, wear those, especially with the holes. The what's hole in Spanish? Agujeros that I have in the los fondos de mis zapatillas, and the holes that I have in the bottom of my shoes. Yeah, I wasn't gonna wear those out to freaking hike, and so first of all, I need some new shoes, but second of all, we're going to be hitting legs in these running shoes, which isn't, the worst thing in the world. It's not ideal, but certainly not going to impact the lift that much. I'm thinking I just take them off quickly for maybe calves. I probably don't even need to do that, but at least for, well, actually, we're not even hack squatting today because today's my glute day, so we're going to be doing glute bridge anyways. Maybe I'll take them off for that, but again, not a big deal. It's actually really not an inconvenience at all because I'm not doing any sort of foot planted movement today, really, besides hip thrusts. And that's, is a bit of extra heel elevation really going to make a difference? Probably not. If anything, might help. I have to think about the biomechanics of that for a second. But, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm too lazy to do that right now while I'm walking and trying to talk. But yeah, so that is basically the deal. Actually, no, I just thought about it. It would make your knee slightly more flexed because it would elevate your heel. And so, I guess that would push your hips to a bit more extension than normal, likely, but wouldn't really affect the hip joint that much. So I don't think it would really have that much of an effect, uh, you know, compared to just wearing my barefoot shoes. So probably I'm just going to leave it as is. Maybe we'll take them off. Who knows? They have like a no shoe policy, I'm pretty sure. So, we'll see. But yeah, not much more to say. Woke up this morning at 165, I believe, 0.8 or so. So still weirdly above where I was like a week ago, which is super fucking annoying. Sorry for cursing, but it's just how it is. And so, I'm not sure what the freaking deal is because I've been cutting consistently day in, day out. Seriously, guys, working hard here. And man, I'm just still retaining water somehow, someplace, clearly, right? There's no freaking way I've gained weight. And, I mean, you should be on a 2 pound a week loss rate here. It's about 1,000 calories a day from my calculations, from my Garmin, unless my Garmin is just, not accurate. But guys, every day, day in, day out, I'm talking like 35,000 steps, give or take. So, I guess we'll just have to see. If I return from the trip around 164, I won't be devastated, but I was planning to end about halfway through the trip with the cut at 160 and kind of be able to cruise and enjoy more Spain. That was the plan, and so I guess we'll see day by day if that changes. Again, though, I am retaining water clearly in my legs somehow, somewhere, and then at the same time, I'm still kind of working out the fiber thing. So hopefully, both things together, ambos juntos, if we can solve them, if we can fix those two things, maybe we'll get out of here having finished the cut. But that's the freaking goal. That's the end goal, and we're working towards it. I'm gonna cut it here. We'll get to the gym in, I think, give or take 10 minutes or so, maybe less. Then we'll be off and ahead, getting started on our freaking lift for the day on this wonderful Saturday afternoon when the gym closes at 6 p.m., of course, because it's Spain and no one likes working out late on the weekends. All right, I'll catch you guys in a second for this freaking leg day. Hopefully it's not too damn packed. Alright, we are officially starting the workout here. It is 5:24, gym closes in 36 minutes. Things have kind of winded down a bit. Spent my time nice and slowly in the bathroom. But yeah, weight wise, doing 105 kg, not 107.5, because last time we only got 4. I remember it being quite difficult, not quite perfect form, so I can lower the reps, lower the weight a little bit, and kind of chill out. And so just a 2.5 kg drop up from 2 sessions ago, 2.5 kg instead of 5 like we tried last time. Should be better. All right, let's give it a try here. Hopefully we can get, I'm thinking 6 would be really solid. So let's give it a try. Okay. Okay. 7.5, I think. That was a 6.5. Somewhere along that line. Happy with that. I'm gonna see if I can maybe do a set of quad, but I think someone's taking it. So I'm thinking a set of maybe calves. We'll come over and do quads after. Solid though. Switch it up. Alright, here on the calf machine, really the leg press machine, but you know what we all use it for. So last time we got 145 kg for too many, more than I wanted to count because my notes was like 13 plus. Always a bad sign. Well, good sign I guess for getting stronger, but I'm thinking 155 or no 152.5 for más o menos, more or less 8. If we can get 8, we'll know it's too light. If not, I'd be surprised. So let's freaking hit this and get calves done. All right, I'll take that. It was a good like 11 or so, so definitely too light. Might have to start doing single leg on this, but I think next time we'll be maxing it out for sure. Let's go see if we can get a set on the calf extensions done. All right, bit of adductors here. I'm not even gonna cut out the warm up because honestly, getting this so quick, it's really not hard to set up. It's really not a machine that I need to pay much attention to because it's so easy for me to progressive overload. So typically, I go over here, put it on like something like this, come down here, get in, and do a few reps to kind of just really open the hips. You know, because I'm usually pretty damn tight in this range of motion. Oh yeah, so you already see him kind of opening up more. Okay, at this point, I'll pull weight one more time before our working weight. Let's say 102.5 should be enough. Do a few reps here. In fact, I'll throw on like a 2.5 kg, so 105. Then we'll, oh yeah, jump from here to the working weight. So Last time we got 120 for 8. I'm thinking 125 full stack. Finally, it will, well, actually, let's do 120 2.5. Make sure we don't overshoot here. Thinking we can get 8 again. We'll be solid. Let's freaking get it. Okay. Oh, it's a solid 10. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see if we can jump on the leg extension machine. Oh. Whoop. Alright, so final set here. Well, first and final set of leg extensions. Last time we got 127.5 for 7, so I'm thinking 125 or 127.5 for 8 or more will be set. So I'm gonna attempt to do just that. Make sure this is all set up correctly. Here we go. All right. And yeah, I think I'm large. That's where we want it. All right. Should be nice and heavy. Let's freaking get it done. Okay. Fuck. Whew. 127.5 for 9. I'll freaking take it. That was a damn good set. Let's move on. And I don't even know what we got next, but something else. Hell yeah. 12 more minutes until closing, and we are officially finishing up. We're not quite finishing up, but 2 exercises away from finishing up from with this freaking workout. And guys, I might have to freaking switch machines soon because we're almost maxing this thing out. 80 kg on the freaking machine here, and yeah, gonna go for anything more than hopefully 6. Last time we hit 70 for 7, and if I remember correctly, it wasn't even quite all balls to the walls. Still kind of adjusting to this machine, so it should be tough, but should be doable. Let's freaking get it. Damn, okay. Maybe could have gone another there, but I don't really want to fail this. Fuck. Let's go for one more rep. Okay. Alright, that does it. Ooh, let's freaking, damn. Finish up with a set of abs before this gym closes. Alright, not gonna sugarcoat this set. Well, there's not much to sugarcoat. put it on setting 3, do a few warm-up reps, which you guys will see, and then we'll put it on to something about 57.5 for anything more than 6, and I'll be happy. Let's get this going. Nothing too complicated about abs. The most important thing that I found is making sure the machine feels good, because every machine varies. You got to make sure you're getting the most that you can out of whatever exercise you're doing. For me, this one feels pretty damn good on this setting, and so sticking with it. I'm thinking 60 kg should be solid. Let's get 7 or more here. At least try to. Okay. Not gonna lie, I lost count there, but I'm thinking that was at least 7, so that's about it. Let's freaking go pose down and get the hell out of here. You heard the man, 6 Manitos left. 5:55, just in time. It's a nice little number to finish off. Okay, let's try and make this relatively quick because we're kind of almost past time here, but good workout. Let's see if the pump is anything memorable or if we're as bloated as I freaking was looking earlier. I feel like it might be the latter, yeah. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm really trying here, but for some reason I'm just bloated all the fucking time. It might be the bread, I might just not be able to do the Spanish bread, which sucks because they don't do like other carbs here besides potatoes, which aren't freaking cheap. They really aren't. But yeah, for some reason I'm just bloated, more bloated by the freaking day, despite cutting, which is a terrible freaking feeling because I'm putting in the work. I could be even eating whatever the hell I wanted with the amount of steps I'm taking and maintaining and having a much, better time. But instead every day I'm like trying to cut. And instead we're just freaking more bloated by the day. But hey, I guess we'll figure it out eventually. I'm not even going to keep posing because I'm going to get kicked out in a second here. But you guys pretty much are seeing all of it right now. There's not much more to freaking see. I'm just bloated as hell. Again, condolences. My freaking condolences. But, well, whatever. Either way, we had a decent workout. It's not like it's all lost. Got a good stimulus going forward. And yeah, I'm certainly... I think at least losing weight. Look at that. Like, this is bloated. I guess you'll have to imagine without, bloated veins here on my legs. Unthinkable like a month ago, So, hey, we're still making progress despite it being kind of cock-blocked by this bloat, for lack of a better word. But hey, it is what it is. I guess you guys can see the other side too. But abs I guess are okay enough to show. But yeah, bit of bloat. What are you gonna freaking do? I'm trying here, but not much more to freaking say, I suppose, because there's not much more to see. But yeah, hopefully by tomorrow, get a bit of rest tonight, and the bloat will go away. We'll be in a bit of better hands for the who knows what next. I guess upper tomorrow that we'll try to kind of fit in the very small amount of time we have. So on Sundays, gym is open I think from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 4 hours total. Maybe it's 9 to 2, but it's something in that window. It's so small. It's like impossible to fit anything in. So that's where we're freaking standing gym-wise. That said, though, thank you guys again for freaking checking in. And me being, more tan and more bloated. I guess the normal, that's about all. It's changing day to day. But hopefully soon we'll be back to trackable on a metric of fat loss in some way, and we'll be solid. And that'll be that. So that said, you guys know the freaking drill. Stay huge, stay lean, stay hungry. Catch you guys next time in the next little freaking video. Jaden out. Peace.